Today is going to be a weird one, I think, comparatively. Um, I always forget to do an introduction. Hi, everyone. I'm Callie. I am a now 46-year-old trans woman. I am now 9 months into transition, and this is my monthly transition diary. Today is going to be a little bit unusual for a couple of reasons, but let's get like the physical stuff out of the way first. Nothing really new from last time, right? I mean, you can see, I think my hair is looking a little bit better. Skin, I'm still not wearing makeup this month because, again, I want to sort of track, I want to have like comparison points for like changes to my skin from microneedling and like other treatments. I just want to be able to look back, and makeup muddies that a bit, obviously. And I'm just too lazy to take pictures, which is what I should be doing. I know I should be taking like pictures like every day or every couple of days and to like have that for comparison, but I hate pictures and my camera sucks. I have like the cheapest phone in the world. Anyway, not terribly important. Also, I did get another round of laser hair removal just on Tuesday. I swear the final boss of this whole thing is just my stupid upper lip. Anyway, so yeah, right. Like, there's nothing actually like new. Again, similar to the last video. So the big thing I wanted to talk about is actually something that has been bothering me, or something that's been fairly difficult. And I think it took me a little while to put this together. But I think like the hardest thing about this, and this is incredibly surprising. I would have thought there were so many things I expected to be difficult that I thought would be like huge challenges. That was very scary. Just so much stuff that just absolutely terrified me. The hardest thing is actually really related to my age, but not because of the physical stuff. That stuff's hard. It is slow. I don't like it. But ultimately, these are all things that either have solutions or are things that we just all have to accept from getting older. No. The hardest part of this is the way that like the quality of friendships change as we get older. I do have a lot of good friends here. I have a lot of good friends in a lot of parts of the world at this point, and people I've kept in touch with. But, you get into for some people this starts in their 20s, for some people, 30s or 40s, but people get busy. When most people are discovering their styles and getting to know themselves, it's in your teens and 20s. It's in that time when you don't just like have friends that you see once every couple of months. You have friends you see every day or like 3 times a week, where it's just like hanging out is the default. It's what you do. And God, I mean, I had those relationships, of course. I mean, most of us did, right? But they're gone. Of course they are. Everybody got careers or families or is otherwise just very busy. We're all scattered all over the world at this point. I ran away on purpose. But I feel like for most people, when you are discovering yourself and taking those kind of like first steps, you have people beside you. And the hardest part about all of this is every time I find a new outfit or every time I want to try like some kind of new makeup or just even want to go out, it's like there are people, I wish I could do this with, and they are very far away or often very, very busy. And so going through this, not completely alone, but certainly alone relative to, you know, what teenagers and people in their 20s get to do, is, it kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie. Like, honestly, it's been the worst, like kind of the worst part of this is I'll get an outfit and I just like want to show it to a friend of mine. It's like, yeah, I can make an appointment and we can hang out in a week and a half, and the funny thing about all of this is some of this is related to HRT in the sense that one of the things I prided myself on, one of the things I prided myself on before was that I didn't really get lonely. I'm a fiction writer. I like spending time alone. Spent most of my time alone. I was fine with that. Like, I liked being around like people, but it wasn't, if people weren't around, I didn't really care either. Or it didn't really bother me actively. And in the same way, like, I didn't really miss people. I didn't get homesick. Like, obviously, like, when I had friendships that I lost or people I knew I would never see again, that was never great. But I didn't get that sort of, like, pit of your stomach sort of need for people. And I never really quite understood it. And I did mention this in a previous video that I started feeling that way. But it's really that combined with that I wish my old friends could be here with me for this, or that I could be, where they are. Because these are all mostly friends that I'm still in contact with who are very kind and supportive, but they don't have the time to hang out the way we used to. And that would be true even if we were not on opposite ends of the earth. And it's really like that is making me feel their absence and sort of feel the kind of loss of those friendships in a way that I never had. Like, oddly, I don't think this is particularly specific to transition at all. I imagine this is fairly similar to what someone would go through if they were getting divorced in my age, right? All the old friendships sort of atrophied and disappeared, and the thing that you had as your sort of the focus of your life is now gone, and you have to find a way to start over. And I mean, yeah, that's a hell of a thing. It's a hell of a thing to like try and do all of this, because like all these systems that we sort of have, not even like formal systems, but all of like the social structures we have that like allow younger people to go through all of this are just utterly absent as a middle-aged person. Like, there isn't anything there. And so, I mean, this is why like people get very isolated after divorces, and why it's so important to maintain friendships and all that sort of thing. Because making friends in your 40s is fucking hard. It's just like, it's a difficult thing to do. And even when you are able to get closer to people, it's not the same kind of thing, right? It's not going to be that same level of closeness where you just hang out at each other's houses all the time. People have careers and families and hobbies and shit to do. Yeah. And so like, I continue to be surprised by the world and life sort of in general, where just all the things I expected to be difficult, I mean, some of them are, but a lot of the stuff I expected to be like obscenely difficult, like makeup. Makeup was terrifying. I'm not amazing. I won't pretend I'm like an incredible makeup artist, but like I can do a look. It's just a skill. You just practice it a bit. It's not that bad. Like middle-aged social isolation is a whole other problem that makes all of this feel a lot more daunting because yeah, like when you're doing stuff with friends and you have people there to encourage you and you've got those friends with you like every day all the time, right? The way that's so common like when you're still in school or even like into your 20s when, people are fucking around a fair amount. Um yeah, it's a little easier to be brave. And I haven't quite crossed over into the I don't care what anybody thinks, so I'm just going to do what I want territory. Um, I figure that'll make things easier if and when I get there. But yeah, for now it's hard. And again, like I know I've mentioned this before, I am extremely lucky, right? I do have a lot of wonderful people in my life who have been supportive, but like I talked to one of my closest friends in the city here the other day to wish him a happy birthday, and he was like, "Oh, hey, we haven't hung out in like 2 months." Which, yeah, right? He's uh, people have responsibilities, and I've been working a lot more too. After the sort of initial stages, I've gone back to work sort of more full time, and that's made all of this sort of harder on top of that. So, yeah, that's sort of where I am. That's what I wanted to talk about today. I think anyone, like, there are a lot of reasons that people regret not transitioning sooner. I certainly do for a number of reasons, but this is one of the things I hadn't really given as much thought to. And I think it is something that's important to consider. Is not just like, do you have supportive people in your life? Do you have supportive people in your life like actively on a day-to-day basis? It's great to have support from people and really good friends, but if you only see them, once a month, you're going to be going through this every day, as I'm going through this every day. And that's going to be a challenge. Again, like I have zero regrets. My worst day these days is leagues better than my best day before I ever started, but it is a bit of a challenge. So yeah, so that's really our 9-month update. If you made it this far into the video, I hope this has been, giving you some kind of perspective or something. Or if you've had similar experiences, right? If you are also someone who is older, or if you've been through a divorce or something, let me know. I'm curious. I am curious, like, how similar this is to other things that force us to start over a bit later in life. So yeah, at any rate, as always, thank you all for being here with me through all of this. Happy International Labor Day. It was Reunification Day for the end of the Vietnam War here in Vietnam. So I've got a long holiday this week. So at any rate, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and take care.